Hey everybody, today I'm going to be talking about the different types of rollerblades and what rollerblades are the right for you or hockey skates in specific. So I've got a few different types of skates here and I'll be going over a bunch of different stuff with them. So make sure you stay till the end because there's a lot of good info in this video. So let's get into it. Alright, so I've got one pair of tour skates here and two pairs of mission skates. So these are a little bit different ages, different lines, and yeah, so I'll go ahead and start with these bottom skates right here. Now, let me go ahead and zoom in. Now, these skates right here are Mission Haler FZ0s, and these are really high price point. This is the highest price point that you can get for Mission skates. So you don't really need this if you're starting out, but once you start to get better, I would recommend getting something like this because it is a lot better. You can see the interior or the inside of the skate is very nice. It looks just amazing, and it's also going to be a lot lighter. Like, this is incredibly light. I don't have the wheels on these skates because I have them on another pair of skates that you'll see in a minute. And yeah, so what you're going to get with the skate like this is you're mainly going to get a stiffer boot. So you can see the boot is really stiff right there, and you're going to get more venting if it's a Mission skate. So you're going to get like more vents on the side. Obviously a lot of the Missions have the vented toe cap like this where it has those vents in it, but you'll also get a vent on the other side. You're going to get an overall lighter skate, and you're also going to get better chassis, which also make it lighter. So you can see this chassis has all these cutouts, and that's so that the skate is as light as possible, and that's what that's for. It's also a one-piece chassis, meaning that it's not two pieces of metal like bolted together. It's a milled piece of aluminum that they just milled from one big block. And you're also going to be getting nicer outsoles. And what a better outsole is going to help you with is going to help you with power transfer. So when you're skating, if you launch off really hard, if you have a skate like this skate right here that I'll show you, you're going to have less power transfer with this skate. You can see that the outsole doesn't look as nice. I'll be talking about these skates in a minute and talking about some of the different things with them. But you're going to get a better outsole when you get nicer skates, and that's a pretty big thing. But the main thing is the boot. The boot, the tongue, the chassis, and just how comfortable they are is the main thing. If they suck as far as comfortability goes, then you might as well just get a lower end skate if you can skate without pain with them better. So I'll go ahead and move on to the next skate here. Go ahead and show you that. So here's these, and those skates were Mission FZ0s. So those are the brand new Mission skates. This is a little bit lower of a price point. These are the Tour Code 3s. Now these are the first generation Code 3s. Now you might still be able to get this generation, but they just changed the color scheme. Now they're just white skates instead of black. So, but the boot and everything I believe is still all the exact same, and the wheels are the same as well. So you're gonna also be getting lower end wheels with lower end skates. But the wheels you can replace. You can't really replace your outsole or your tongue you could do, or your chassis you could do. But those are kind of big jobs, unriveting all this or unstitching your tongue and stitching a new tongue onto it. I don't really recommend that. I've never done it, and it's just not a necessary thing to do if the skate is comfortable or if you can afford nicer skates. So these are the Tour Code 3s, as I said. They've got Lebeda gripper wheels, which aren't as nice as the Lebeda Edition wheels that come with the Mission Haler FZ0s. And Lebeda Editions are what I ride on most of my skates. Also, you're going to be able to bake your skates more often. you usually don't need to bake your skates more than once, but if you do have to bake them more because of comfortability issues, you're gonna start to break down the skate faster, and it's gonna start to get softer and softer and softer the more times you bake it, if it's a softer skate. Also though, with a harder skate, it's gonna get softer and softer as you bake it, but it's just gonna get less soft. Like, you could bake that skate 5 to 6 times probably and be fine. This skate you could probably bake 3 times, and then after that it's just going to start to get really soft. So this still has a one-piece chassis, and that's a big thing because it makes it a lot lighter, and it's just going to be a lot lighter of a chassis. And it does have this outsole that's like this though still, and the outsole isn't going to matter tremendously, but it is going to help. All the things add up, and the nicer a skate you get is going to obviously be the best. Also, between the different brands, if you get Mission or Bauer skates, like those skates over there that I mentioned previously, those are going to they're going to have something called high-low, and that's going to be 2 80mm wheels in the back and 2 76s in the front, and that allows it to that's for the senior sizes, and then the junior sizes are 72mm in the back and 68mm in the front. So on these skates right here, these are tour skates, so they just have 80mm all the way around. I'm not exactly sure what they have for the junior skates, what wheel size. I'm assuming they go down to 76mm, which is the same size that's on the front of the Missions. But the Missions do go down on the junior sizes, I believe, to 72s and 68s. What bigger wheels versus smaller wheels like 76 and 80s versus an all 80 or all 76, whatever size that you have, the bigger the wheel, it's going to be faster. So those skates right there, the FC0s that I mentioned previously, are going to be a little more sharp. They're going to be a little bit faster turning, while these skates are going to be a little bit slower turning. Although they do have something that Tour calls it the DPS system. I don't know if you can see that there on camera. Let me zoom in. So you can see there's a little indentation right here, and that allows the skate to sit forward, which also gives you a more aggressive position, just like the high-low system does. And the more forward you are, generally the better. But that's what I have to say about it with as far as how aggressive the skates are. And as far as alkalis go, what alkali does, I don't have any alkalis here to show you right now, but what alkali does is they have an all solid sized wheel setup. So it would be all 80s or all 76s or whatever size it is for junior skates. And the tendon guard, or the whole boot, is leaned forward like this to give it a more aggressive stance. And that makes it so that you lean forward and have a more aggressive stance. I have heard though with alkalis that the tendon guard, because it leans forward, it will callus the back of your heel, at the back, not the back of your heel, but the back of your calf, because the tendon guard is rubbing up against your calf so many times as you skate. So that's not good if you don't want to have any pain. But some people, it doesn't bother them. They skate aggressive enough. I've never personally tried alkalis. I don't have any alkalis. My brother does, but I don't. So I'll go ahead and move on to the next skate and show you those. So excuse my box, it's a little bit messed up, but these are my Mission Hailer AC1s, and these skates are quite old now, but they're still very good skates. I have the Addiction wheels, like I said, the Lebeda Addictions on these skates. I've used these quite a bit now, so they're a little bit dirty and not as bright as they once were. So this has 80s in the back and 76s in the front. They're size 8, and your They're a very nice skate, and really what it comes down to is just what you like. So I recommend you try on all the different brands, try on Tours, try on Missions, Bowers, Alkalis, CCMs, all the different skate companies, and see what feels the best. You should make sure you get the highest end thing you can, because the higher end, the faster, the less fast it's gonna disintegrate and become unusable. So like this skate right here, I've been using for a long while now, like 2 years hard, and it's still holding up. It's still a pretty nice skate. It's still holding up good. And the only issue is this right here has worn a little bit. That part just like fell off because of hockey stopping, and then the chassis is a little bit loose kind of, and I'll let you hear that now. I don't know if you can hear that on camera, but you don't really notice it while you're skating. You just notice it when you're like standing around and stuff. But also another thing that you're going to get is better bearings. So there's a whole bunch of different levels of bearings. There's ABEC 5s, which is usually ABEC 3s is the thing that you'll find on most entry-level skates just in general. But on rollerblade or on hockey skates, the lowest thing you'll usually find is ABEC 5s, and the lower the number, the best, or the lower the number, the worse. The higher the number, the better. And so it goes ABEC 5, ABEC 7, ABEC 9, and then it goes to Swiss. So Swiss bearings are the best. They are going to last the longest as well. So these skates will last a very long time. So, or the bearings will, I mean. So really it just comes down to whatever fits you the best and whatever is the most comfortable. Sizing varies from skate to skate. I'll go ahead and show you the different sizes I have for my skates. So here's those Tours. They are, let me zoom in here. So skates don't size the same way as shoes do. So if you're a size 11 in shoes, that doesn't mean you're going to be a size 11 in skates. Now all skates have, not all skates, but a lot of the different companies all have different they all have different sizings. So one sizing thing, you may be a 10. One sizing skate line, you may be a 10 and shoe size, and then you may be an 8 in whatever skate company it is. So usually all these skates right here, these are an 8, and right here they're a size 8, and I'm a size 11 shoe size. Now, so that's 4 sizes, or 3 sizes different, and so they size 3 sizes small, and the mission says that it's or 3 sizes below your normal shoe size. Mission says that it's only 1.5 sizes, I believe. So you just gotta try stuff on. You might want to go to a hockey shop and try stuff on, and then get that, whatever that skate is. And yeah, I've got a lot of friends that ride Tours, and I also know a lot of people that ride Mission mainly, or Bowers. Not as many with Bowers. Bowers are going to be a little bit less comfortable generally than Missions or Tours. Tours are going to be more comfortable. Just the only thing to be wary of that I've noticed, and that my whole family has noticed, is that my brothers and everybody has noticed, is there's a bug crawling on the skate. The skate is a little bit narrow in the forefoot area, if you want to call it that, and that's just one thing to be wary of. Also on these skates right here, they have a Vibram wear patch that's made out of recycled material. So it's kind of a cool fact. Yeah. Another thing is also you'll be getting different frames. I know I've already talked about frames, but with Missions you're going to get high-low, and with Bowers you're going to get high-low, like I said, as well. With Tours, you're going to be getting... There's one thing that I hate about Tour frames. That is the spacers. So if you're not aware, inside your two bearings there will be a spacer, and that spacer just keeps everything from not wiggling. Now with these skates, it's just a little tiny circle thing that goes in between your bearings. So your bearings like this, and it's just another bearings over here, and it sandwiches in between your two bearings. And then you have to have a thicker bolt because it has to be able to go through a bigger bearing. And with these skates right here, my Missions, what it does with these is it has a little aluminum piece that necks it down a little, and obviously for your axle you need it to be steel so that it doesn't bend, because you can't be riding aluminum axles because it's just going to bend. There's a lot of power going into it, and that would just not be good. Here, I can show you what I mean. This skate has its wheels off, and my FC0s are over here, and they have their wheels off. So you can see here's a Mission axle, right? Focus right there. You can see what it looks like from right here. And then now look at a Tour axle. It looks like a piece of rebar, and that's not good. And also another thing is Missions and Mission Bauer both have locking skate bolts. So Alkali's, I believe, have locking skate bolts as well, and I'll get to what I mean by that in a minute. But you can see right here, this has an Allen head right there, and it's also got an Allen head right there. So that means that you have to have two skate tools, unless your finger is able to hold it there and unscrew it with just one skate tool, which then you probably don't even need a skate tool. So, and if you can do it with your fingers, then you probably got other issues. So I'll go ahead and show you what Missions look like. This is the same for Bowers, or all new Bowers anyway. So you can see right here, it's got a little machined out piece in the chassis, and what that little machine piece does is it allows them to have like a different skate bolt. I'll show you that skate bolt right here. Come on, focus. You can see it's like a square, and that square is so that it goes into that little machined piece, and that will grip into that little machine piece, and then you only need one skate tool, and it makes it a lot easier. You don't have to be carrying two skate tools if you go on outdoor skates, or you don't have to carry that in your bag if you have Mission or Bauer skate tools. So that's another thing that's better about Missions. I do like Tours. They're not my favorite skates. Like I said, a lot of my friends use them, and they're a lot of people like them, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to be my favorite, but I could be wrong. If there's anything I missed in this video, let me know in the comment section, and I can try to answer any questions that any of you guys have down there, or anything. I can do a wheel comparison. If you got anything out of this video, make sure you like the video, subscribe for more content like this, and I'm going to keep uploading videos, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.